Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Stupid is being nice.
Huh? It's a house! Huh? It's a house!
5 brain cells, 4 aren't working. There's mosquitoes the size of bald eagles in that dadgum swamp.
What's going on, freaks? Well, I finally got the the footage from like 1 in the morning until 2:30. So maybe we'll play that. Yeah, the thing is what the original people who order in these FOIA requests, the original people have to pay more and they get it, and then 24 hours later the other people who pay the smaller amount get it. So this is one of those times where like I didn't order it before other people, and nor was I able to go in on it because I didn't know that they ordered it first. And so it came out on Friday, but I finally got it today. And no, I'm not using their footage. These idiots out there think that I go and I poach other people's stuff, and I literally have never. That's all I'm getting is FOIA requests. I've got some of the original FOIA requests that other people took, okay, including the people that you think aren't doing that. It's crazy. So we do. This isn't it on the screen right here, but we do have that. But I don't know. I thought it'd be cool we could just play it, and maybe as it's playing, I can tell you what's going on regarding this timeline here. If I can have this maybe up over here on the side, and maybe I can update some stuff too. We can get precise times now on different things. But let's see if we can. What am I looking at? Michelle, what am I looking at? Look at. Let's see. Who was? I don't know what that means. No, it's a black screen. What do you mean? You can't see anything on the screen? How come I can see it on? I don't get it. Yeah, what do you mean the screen's black? I can see what's being streamed right here. Yeah, I'm even looking at it on YouTube. Okay, well you need to refresh your screen. It's right here. It's your issue, Michelle H. You gotta go fix it. Yeah, it's just seems like it's pretty clear here. But as you're watching, you guys, if you want to help support the channel, that would be awesome. I'm getting all the surveillance so I can put everything together. The Koberger, Pro Burger nut jobs, they don't care about putting anything together because that's not why they're getting the information. They're trying to find any little, just something that's going on the screen so they can claim to their viewers that there's something that just isn't right here. What do you mean no sound? Hello? There's no sound now either? Hello, hello. What do you mean there's no sound? What do you mean, oh my god, already? Send it. What are you talking about? Oh my god, already what? Hey, thank you, Jeanette King. The screen isn't black, Michelle. It's on your end. I have sound. You need to re-upload, open up your video again or something. If anybody else can see the screen, that means it's you. You get it? Okay, but what do you mean by already? Oh my god, already descended. Go ahead. I'm waiting for your reply. I have a back screen? What does that mean? Screen? Oh, screen is back. Okay. All right. Well, before you said it was black. So I guess it just sort of popped into my head. Okay, I get it. Screen. Maybe you should have said it's everything looks normal now. I'm still waiting for your reply there, descend it. You can see everything and hear you just fine. Okay, alright, cool. Awesome. You're live, you mean? No, go ahead. I'm waiting when you said, oh my god, already. What were you saying, descended? Okay, I'm waiting for your reply to that. You said, oh my god, already? And we're just waiting for that. Okay? Trying to figure out what you're talking about. You talking about the people complaining about not being able to hear, or just waiting? We'll continue the show once you answer the question. If you don't answer the question in 30 seconds, I'll be removing you from the show. All right, it was a pretty simple question and didn't get the answer. Yeah, we'll be rolling as soon as I get the answer. Okay. All right, great. All right, here we go. So anyways, I have up here, I don't know if you guys would rather have, like I have the color version on top. I think it's, it's kind of interesting because there's like ghosts of cars. Like, see this one? That means a car was parked there prior to the murders happening, because you can see if I move it forward, it disappears. It's way later. That's like 3 something. All right, so you guys want me just to have it the original? That's the original look. And then I have a daylight shot of the time, like really early in the morning, where no cars had moved. And you can actually see all the different, like this pickup truck there was not there when this was shot. All right, so we'll just play it. Here's 12:55 in the evening. And then what I did was I put the corner club down in the left-hand corner, at the exact same time. Hey, thanks so much there, Tamsters. Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll just play the whole damn thing. Alright? I mean, it's like an hour and a half, but at least you'll see. Maybe we can turn it on and off. Like, this is what it really looks like at that time. There's this YouTuber that's, just to change the subject while this is playing, that's going over the Sebastian Rogers case. And they have surveillance footage from, like, a cemetery. And then over to the school or whatever. And they have it all You know, and they're thinking, wow, this is really interesting. Ooh, and it's behind a paywall. Don't you find that just really strange? Like, I don't put any of my surveillance behind a paywall. Like, if you're actually trying to help find a missing child, why would you put surveillance footage behind a paywall? That's just, it's embarrassing. My God. It's like that one idiot who put those, forget it. Who cares? All right, anyways, it's still playing right here. We're at 12:56:49. And then when they show everybody the actual footage, they zoom all in and it's all pixelated. You know, like, they show the footage, but it's like totally different. Like, you don't even know what the hell you're looking at. It's ridiculous. And by the way, they're not going to be able to determine anything other than to say, hey, look, there's people moving around. Way in the darkness, there's some lights. There's no way to tell what vehicle it is. There's no way to tell anything. So it's really kind of a useless, you know. I mean, they've got every bit of surveillance around that area. So they probably already even have it. Hey, thanks, Sandy Shirley. Hit that like button. All right. Isn't that kind of neat how you can see like there's a ghost of a car right there? See, because it's sitting there right now. Because those people actually leave later. Hey, thanks. Cuddle Monster's mom.
Happy holidays, Grand Chat. Christmas tree emoji.
Let me
Santa
guess.
Claus emoji.
Let me guess. Cuddle Monster's mom. Is that like a pet of some sort? That is, or is that what that is right there? Somebody or a child that you know, call a monster, but they're cuddling. I don't know. Why did you just type in with a front plate just out of nowhere with no other comments? You know what people say? They go, Gray, where are you admitting that's not Koberger's car? You know what, you guys? I went and got the surveillance footage that nobody else wanted to get. The surveillance footage, it took me a long time because I had to go through different agencies and shit. I got the surveillance from Pullman, Washington. And then, you know, I just assumed that car at, you know, around 2:47 or whatever in the morning was the Elantra because it was mentioned in the probable cause document. And then people started saying, well, hey, it's got fog lights. And I was like, so? I mean, you know, I didn't even know what the significance was. So I went and looked it up, and I determined, wow, that's interesting. That means that car is not his. That's it. That car is not his, and it was in the probable cause. However, that was a very minuscule portion that wouldn't have affected a judge's decision whatsoever. You would have just said his phone was pinging in Southeast Pullman, Washington, and then, you know, his car shows up over on Indian Hills Drive, blah, 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 blah. It had no bearing on anything. And then when you watch all of the rest of the surveillance footage, and it turns out that it's true that they weren't even going to use that surveillance footage at trial. Secondly, it was confirmed by somebody I know from one of the prosecutors or somebody in the department that said that, yeah, that wasn't, we determined that wasn't his vehicle after the fact. So like there's a vehicle coming in there at 1 o'clock in the morning. Looks like it's going to pull in and park back there. Yeah, so it turns out it wasn't the vehicle, but every other single time you see the vehicle with any clarity at all that evening, it doesn't have fog lights. So it actually is worse. You know, now everybody's focused on the fog lights. Oh, look at that. Oh, shit, they got a little black spot there that fills the hole that was there. It's crazy. So, but they act like it was somehow, this is it, man. This is the piece of the puzzle. The defense team was aware, okay? The defense team, I mean, it's an amazing coincidence because the car, I think it's even the same year and everything. They just elected to get the fog lights. It's crazy. And it happens to be in the same portion of Pullman as the Elantra was that Koberger was driving that night. And then the rest of the night, it's all his. But these people make it seem like, this is it, man. It's all starting to cascade. But the crazy part is the defense team had already known that wasn't the vehicle. And in fact, the prosecution wasn't going to use it. Here it is right here. They wasn't even part of their exhibit list or anything. They had already determined. So there's a person walking over there. It's kind of neat how you can see where they were going. Looks like there's a car parked around the corner over there if we turn that off. Maybe if we just rewind that slightly. Let's see if we... Yeah, there's this person right there. And that person has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Just so you know. How do you know, Gray? We have to look at everything, you bastard. Happy holidays, Grand Freaks. Michelle H. and then Whiskey Boots said, Merry Christmas, everyone. Hey, well, you guys too. Merry Christmas. And it's okay to say Merry Christmas, right? You know, Happy Hanukkah to anybody out there that's Jewish. Merry Christmas, etc., etc., etc. And right now it's 1:02 in the morning. Looks like that's somebody delivering pizza or something. So it seems like there's a car around the corner that just has its hazard lights on. Must be Brent Kopaka and his merry band of killers. That's right. And if you're out there and you want to help support the channel, that'd be great. We're still trying to end the month strong here. Had 3 days in a row that haven't been that great. The 3 lowest days of the month have been the last 3 days. So hopefully we can, you know, because it costs money to get these things. This time it only cost me $30 or so. But I have another one coming up that might cost 700 and something. And I don't even know what the hell the video is.
Merry Christmas, present emoji.
Hey, thank you, Kukulaka. Kukulaka. That sounds like something we would say. Oogla boogla. Kukulaka. Oogla boogla. What do you mean? Yeah. The Elantra convention. Yeah. That's 104.37. Looks like there's somebody coming in. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm just playing this because it's new. All right. None of this stuff here, at least right now, has any bearing on anything. Now, if you're the Proberger nut jobs, you're trying to figure out each one of these cars so they can create a whole nother storyline. You know what I mean? Like another, like Candace Owens, a different conspiracy on a different day, trying to figure out what it is. And, you know, like, ooh, look at that car. Now look at it's backing in. Now, doesn't that look like that other car that was... You know, and you just kind of go on and on and on and create whole videos and shows based on nothing. You know, wait, why did that car come in and turn around? What was it doing? What was it looking for, everybody? We'll never get to know the answer to that question. So you can claim that it means anything. All right, so right now it's 1:05 on this. You know, we don't even have any timeline information at all. See, at 10:30, Kaylee and Madison went out. And then at 137, they're over at the... they leave the corner club at 137. Well, what I did was and by the way, these other YouTubers now copy my technique using daylight. They always pretend that they came up with it now. It's really frustrating. It's absolutely something that I completely just came up with on my own a couple years ago on a case. And after that, everybody goes, "Ooh, look what I thought of!" And it's just sort of, it's just the way these people are, man. It's hard to explain. It really helps a lot, though. Like, if you have video where it's completely in the dark and you don't know what the hell you're looking at, and then you put the daylight there, it all makes sense. Like, you can literally see where the lights were coming from, and, okay, there's a road over there, etc. And apparently, I actually offered in the Sebastian Rogers case, the FBI, I said, it was actually Proudfoot. I said, "Hey, can you get me the daylight footage from that same shot, and then get me the nighttime of those lights moving around that people said were flashlights?" And he was like, "Yeah, wow, that's pretty cool." And then that's exactly what the FBI did on that same video, like a year later or 6 months later. So I don't know if he's asked them that or how that all worked out, but I thought that was pretty interesting. And that's how they were able to determine that they were just headlights on the same street that I always told you that they were headlights on, and got trashed by the same YouTuber dipshits that are still doing the covering the case right now with their conspiracy theories, etc. It isn't the sincerest form of flattery. It would be if they gave you credit for it, but they don't do that. Yep, 108.45. Not much going on. This is what it really looks like right here. And you can see that there's a car here and no truck there, etc. However, the time of the murders, it looked like this. There was a pickup truck there. Just everything that you see in there is exactly how it was. This car here had left at one point. Hey, thanks, Michelle H. I'm drinking root beer. And why does it matter what I'm drinking? Right here, A&W Zero Sugar. A&W is pretty good. What you drinking, Gray? Is it from that bottle of whiskey you got back there, you bastard? All right, here we go. We're just going around. About 1:37 is kind of, so we got another 20-something minutes. I don't know what happens in between here. But I definitely could use your guys' support for the channel tonight. We are just kind of really slowly... I don't know, man. It's just not happening again. Yeah, there you go. So that's down in this corner. Oh, that looks like the time's different. I'm not sure why. Huh. It's weird. It must be like it cuts off. I don't know why it's like that. Might have to do that part again. Here, let me just pause it. So that's 110. This was timed up earlier. I don't know why it would be off. Yeah, like, you guys, can you see them? They're down in that bottom corner there. You see that? Right there. Apparently that's 117. 117.55 right there. Let's go to that. Hey, thanks, Whiskey Boots. Did that work? 122. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You know, it starts losing, like the seconds aren't perfectly lined up at certain points. Yeah, I guess I'll just put it right there. I can make it go down, I guess. Right there. Huh. Let me change that. It looked like it would kind of just... Okay. I'll put myself down there. I'm gonna move it back to where we were kind of like right around in this time frame. 112.50. $113. Okay, wow, that's the one that's there at the very end. Didn't even know realize it was missing. I guess that was a ghost vehicle too. Let's see. Huh. I guess it was. Just was really, it was lit up a lot more. That's weird. Yeah, look at it, sort of goes into itself. See that? Look at how it pulls in right where it was. So the lighting was such that even when it was dark, you could see it really clear. And look at that. Look how crazy it is. You can see inside the car. And this should be its final resting position. Right there. And then the person will probably get out and go inside the house, I would imagine. I'm not 100% sure if they live in this one or... We need to get some challenges going, you guys. We're languishing at around 1/6 of the goal, so... Who's Ray? Who you talking to, man? Hey, Ray S. What if the creep saw the range? I don't know. What if your aunt had a penis? He'd be your uncle, you know? We're just not... We gotta think about all these things, you know? Yeah, well, what I'm doing is I took a shot from about like 6:30 in the morning when it was light out. And I overlaid it over the top. And then I actually did some... I changed the contrast on the top, that one, and then made it like 90-something% transparent. Even though it's weird how you can still see it. That way you can see below. So now it looks like they're getting out of the car. Well, it's true, right, Tamsters? I mean... Yep, so these are people going over there. So it's just really obvious. See, look how there's these people showing up to this house. Looks like there's a dog there. And, yeah, by the way, man, is that the... I mean, there's a dog right there. I mean, was that the dog that might have been barking at some points? You know? So we see these people going in there, and then they end up leaving at like 3:20. So they were partying there. It's just so obvious. That's why we hear sounds at 2:30 with people screaming. It's just people screaming. Girls scream at parties. Guys yell at parties. You know? Ah, look at that crap. And I made a video showing that. But, of course, people just go, oh, there's no way that wasn't somebody getting murdered. Okay, well, how come if that's true, how come Xana was still awake getting DoorDash and people were... It's just... It makes no sense at all. Yeah, we got 4 dogs. Yeah. Chloe, Clancy, Benny, Gracie. But hey guys, if you're out there, if you could please help support the channel. We have to spend money and take our time to go find all these little videos and clips for all you guys. So it'd be great to have the support when we... You know, I was just watching another show earlier and they didn't seem to have a struggle. So if you guys have the ability, that would be great. Thank you. Yeah, you can say whatever you want in the chat. So you can see Madison and Kaylee down there at the corner club, and they're pretty well synced up at this point, about a second apart. Yeah, I heard that already, El Sancho. What does it have to do with anything? It's just somebody getting punished for them screwing up. It's not interesting. I'm not sure. What are you talking about, Paulina? I have no idea what you're referring to. I still think it was Kaylee he was after regardless. Well, you can think whatever you want. There's no proof of that at all. I think it's more likely that he was looking into Madison Mogan's room, because that's that angle. If you go there, you'd see why I say that. I went there thinking it was Kaylee, but then when you get there, you almost can't see into her room, even if you go to the far end of that back parking lot. Okay, but you can see right into Madison's room. I think all those times you go there, he was just fixated on her, probably. But you can believe whatever the hell you want, you know. It's not a fall guy. It's just, sure, they're just blaming somebody. It's not a conspiracy. There's no conspiracy in that shooting. at Brown University. It's just a guy that was jealous of somebody he thought he was smarter than. I understand the feeling, actually. Yeah. You got a lot of absolute idiots on YouTube, and people love it because they're conspiracy nutters that are dumb as a box of rocks, and yet you guys go out and watch them and support their channels. Where a channel like mine, who just sits there, puts out the facts of somebody actually said I was. They looked me up somewhere, and it said that I have dangerous conspiracy theories on the Idaho 4 case. And you know why it might say that is because these lunatics say that, even though everything that I've said is proven to be correct. Everything. It's just I try to put all the facts together, and now they go, well, what about the Elantra at 240? I don't know. That was in the probable cause document. It turns out that one car wasn't his out of all the other surveillance. Then you're stupid, Natasha. That's all I can tell you. If you think Kohberger's innocent, you are a stupid person. All right? All right. There we go. Let's keep going here. What time is it right here? And it's not one of those things where you go, well, gosh, Gray, no wonder people don't watch. It's just her opinion. What in the hell are you talking about? The guy freaking confessed. They asked him, did you do this one? Yes, I did. He signed a confession and can never appeal. That's how guilty he was. All right? It's not like when you go in and say, well, I believe you have enough evidence to convict me. I won't admit guilt, but I'll go ahead and, take the punishment, whatever, for a deal. He didn't get that. But you guys, we're still just floundering around here, so if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, that would be great. I hate having to ask 1,700 times, but apparently that's what I've got to do on my shows. The other shows, people just, because they're conspiracy nutters. And make conspiracy videos? Oh yeah, it would be great. I'd be great at it too. I mean, I could make conspiracy videos that would be just the toast of the conspiracy nutter community. Yeah, I said that, Lisa. I said he confessed. He answered the question. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Notice how everybody starts typing because Natasha said something idiotic like that. And you're all, ooh, and everybody's typing and interested. And see, that just shows you why that crap sells. Is because then there's people, it's just arguing back and forth. What's going on with the massive lulls in here, you guys? I mean, it's just getting to the point where, like I always say, I could just be doing something else, It's got to be worth the time to do these live streams. All right, we're at 124. Now it's off by like 5 seconds or so. Thank you, Tamsters. He was guilty as hell before he pled guilty. That's the thing. I mean, I've gone over this so many times that there was no out for Kohberger. I even said on the show I wouldn't be surprised at all if he pled guilty. He is absolutely has no shot of winning. His attorneys know it. And then he pled guilty. And he pled guilty where he gave himself no chance to appeal because he knows he did it. It's not like a Alford plea, you know, where, well, it's close, you know, so I think they could get me, so I'm going to take a deal. Okay. If that, they don't give you what he got the worst sentence possible on a plea deal. Nobody's ever going to get death on a plea deal. Okay. This is the worst possible thing that he could ever imagine. So there was no deal real. I mean, the only deal was Kohberger trying to save his life, and then he pled guilty. That's it. And he knew that the jury would find him guilty, and with all the photographs and the Amazon stuff, his habitually driving over and stalking them, etc., it just wasn't going to work out. Wasn't going to work out. Yeah, so let's see, we're at 126. I would love to just sit around and have like a debate with these people. They don't have a clue what they're talking about. And you know what? And it'd be hard to debate them because they would bring up stuff like, well, what about the guy at the dumpster at that? Well, he didn't have anything. How? Prove that he didn't have anything to do with it. Well, prove that he did. See, the thing is the onus is on them to give any link to the crime, but they don't do it. They never do. They just keep talking about it because their viewers want to see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it is playing right now. 127, 30. You can see down in the corner there, Madison and Kaylee still sitting there. Right now, it's off by about 6 seconds. No, that's not true, Bruce. Yeah, I'd say way more. I think most. I would say the majority of people believe in conspiracies. Unfortunately. Because they've been sold, you know, there's always something going on. Alright guys, what about if you guys could help support the channel with gifting membership, super chats, buy the coffee, etc. We need to keep things rolling along here. We've just been really struggling. Again, 3 days in a row, haven't hit the goal. Even last night, I thought I did, but that's not what happened. No, I looked at the numbers the next day. That was crazy. Hey, thanks Lisa Belson. Very kind, very kind. See, the thing is Brian Kohberger, you know, we know all the information that, you know, look at what was going on with the fellow doctoral students. I mean, hell, they were reporting him left and right. And then they have his vehicle within 100 meters. That was verified. His vehicle was within 100 meters many times, like 20 times plus. So many times. I mean, it's obvious he was right there. And then, on the night of the murders, he turns his phone off at 2:53, I think, 2:54 maybe, 2:53, I think. in Pullman. And look, you can see the ghost of people walking around right there. 2:53 in Pullman. His phone was turned off in southeast Pullman, Washington, not at his house. He left his house at 2:42. And then the vehicle, you know, maybe it's seen at the Floyd's Cannabis Shop. I don't know. I mean, I don't even, you know. I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter. Somehow his vehicle made it to Moscow, Idaho on various streets, and then it shows up on Indian Hills Drive at 1:20 or 3, no, at 2, what time is that? 3:26, I think. 3:26, and then he drives over, makes it to the house area right around 3:30ish, drives around, and then that's of all the passes, that's the most time he spent, like over a minute he spent in the back of in that back parking lot, and then he drove out. And then he just kept doing it over and over and over again. And then, you know, during the killings, a knife sheath was left on the bed that had Brian, and it turns out later on it had Brian Kohberger's DNA on it. And so that means that the white Elantra driving around, the one in all the surveillance footage in Moscow that only had the black fill-in area, meaning it didn't have fog lights, that means that that vehicle was his. And he knows that people knew it was his. Okay? They know that. Hey, thanks, Julie Martina. And so he left it there, and it ended up having his DNA on it. And then they actually have Amazon orders of a knife sharpener, the sheath, and the knife. And he ordered those things, I think that year in March, just around the time he was applying for a job to work at the Pullman Police Department. I mean, it was crazy, right? I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. There's just so much. Yeah, I think it's possibly left it there. I don't think as much as I did, because there was I have always said if we get information that there's blood and of the victims on the sheath, I wouldn't feel as strongly. I hope he left it there intentionally. It makes just as much sense, you know. People like you, Ray, don't think so because your brains don't work very well, but yeah, it's just as likely. Yeah. Who the hell did it? Well, you know, that's one of the things that people always say. Like the Delphi case, the Idaho 4 case. And by the way, in the Delphi case, you know, the way that's worded, and if these judges aren't really going to dig around and look for stuff, I could see, you know, them going, well, let's do another trial, you know. That'd be crazy. Let's see. Oh, yeah, but people always say stuff like that where they go, well, how could somebody go in there? You know, how could Kohberger go in there and not do this and not do that and not do this and not do that? And how could Richard Allen not do this all by himself, do this and this and this and this? And then I always say, well, there is a killer, right? How did they do it? And if so, why couldn't it be Kohberger? Oh, you have a challenge? What was the challenge? Hey, I guess Lisa Belson had a challenge. Where is it? Oh, wait, there it is. You guys didn't say look it. Where are you guys, man? Jesus. Lisa Belson said that she'll donate 5 channel memberships if 5 of you just do 1 channel membership. Sorry, Lisa Belson. There it is. What happened, moderators? You're supposed to say, look it, Gray, there's a challenge. So there it is. If you guys do 5 channel memberships out there, she'll match 5. I was just looking at the screen. I didn't see it. Yeah, there's one by Timothy Cecil. And don't you think, out of all the people out there that might not leave DNA at a crime scene, not leave a lot of footprints around, wouldn't you think it would be somebody exactly like Brian Koberger, who is in a criminology doctoral student who wrote a paper on how not to contaminate a crime scene? Wouldn't you think? Hey, there you go. We got Cuddle Monster's mom. There's 2 of them. We need 3 more. Let's try not to have this one, you know, go on and on and on. Seems like forever. You guys take so long to reach some of these gold matches lately. It's crazy. Let's see. All right, so we got 2 of the. Wait. So when did you say that? Okay, yeah. So we've got 2 so far. We need 3 more. Yeah. All right, so you can still see down in the corner there. They're over by the door now. They're about to leave, actually. I don't know if you can see up in the upper left-hand corner down there. Maybe if I can't do it. They're just about to go out the door. I know, that's the thing. It's like, why is it so hard these days? Okay, and they're just going out. Right there. Right? So we got that. That's a 137. And then we have, let's see. Like, I've got all the different surveillance shots of them walking. You know, what did you say about Adam and all that? And this one's at 140. Can you see him walking up? Wait, you can't see it. Hold on. I gotta do, that's right. There we go. So this one right here, you can see him in the upper portion of the screen. There they are walking up there. That's at 140. They left there at 137. So you got that one, and then we also have this. That's them right here at 1. See, this thing's off by 4 hours, it looks like. So that should be 141.37. And there they go, right there. Hey guys, we had a challenge up there by Lisa Belson, who said if you donate 1 channel membership, we get to 5. She'll donate 5 more. So if we could please get that done, that'd be great. It helps support the channel, and it's 2 for 1 on your end. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the whole time that they're at the grub truck, and then they're like Uber, whatever you want to call it. Well, that's really just a private ride share. He pulls up right there, and now it's 9:48. Well, it shouldn't be digging deep. It's not like it's like buying a freaking 2 Snickers bars or something. It's not a Hey, thanks, Jeffrey. Appreciate it. I mean, come on, Tampsters. It's not that. Okay, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you're being facetious. It's just wild, you know? Strange. It used to just be like bing, bing, bing. You know, people would try to get it to help out, but it's just so hard now. Really kind of makes YouTube really tough. Got to be a conspiracy theorist, get everybody excited. If not, forget it. So I'm just showing you guys this now because this is kind of how this worked. We finally have footage of the vehicle coming back with them. Hey, thanks. Sham wow. Remember that commercial? All right, we need one more. So now we're at almost 152. Pretty sure, pretty soon here they run over there. Let's see, what do I have on here? It's at 137 at the Corner Club, 139. They're at 112th North Main, 142 at 218 South Main, 143. They make it to the grub truck. And then 145, Kaylee calls the private drive. 149, the Uber driver arrives. And then at 153, they leave the grub truck. So what are we at here? So let's just move it forward. I thought I saw them right there. There they are. There's Kaylee. Madison was first in there. And then, yeah, the Jack guy, he walks over there. So it's actually 9:52:37. I mean, not 9:52. 1:52. 1:52:37. All right, we got another piece. All right, is anybody going to do the other one? We just need one more channel membership or $5 to get to the match of Lisa Belson. That would be awesome. Thank you. $152.37 is when the vehicle left there, and now let's just see it as it pulls away. Right there. Alright, then we'll go back to this. Alright. I think where was it? 138 here. So we can just, now we'll just play in between. So right now they would be at the grub truck, and then, but you've just seen sort of like after they get into the car. But we'll just remember at 152 something on here they leave there. All right. So right now it's 137. We're just playing everything. Let me go back to. Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, thank you. I'm essential. Well, you were essential. You got us to the goal. Thank you. And by the way, if you're over here going, boy, what's going on? I mean, my channel actually I try to bring in an income every single night, but we also donate thousands of dollars each month. We've already given out 42,000 something this year, and last year we did 47, and we did 62,000 a couple of years before that. And we're at 270. Let's see, what are we at here? We are at 272,000. Actually, we're at 43,051 this year. But we have done 272,000 on the dot. All right. Cool. Hey, thanks Lisa Belson for matching for your challenge. We're currently at about 40% of a nightly goal, but at least it got us there, helped out. Or maybe 50%. Or anything, Joe, right? I mean, we actually make a huge difference out there. I just talked to Colleen Fitzpatrick today. She's one that does Identifiers International. We have to, let's see. So there was 2 cases, the Torso case and Volusia County. That's the kid that was shaved from the waist down. I guess they have a little bit of DNA or something in that one, but I don't know. The Torso one, 99% of it's bacteria, and so this one guy is enriching until they finally get to just the DNA from the victim. But in the meantime, apparently there's this other person that wants to reactivate 2 of the other ones that we've spent money on. That is the Unicorn Girl and Party Girl. These are 2 different cases that we didn't get any DNA before, but now they're trying it again. We'll just still be doing the genealogy portion. Alright. Isn't that cool? But we can only do these things if you guys are helping support the channel, and tonight's one of those other... I mean, it just seems like tonight, last night, the night before I didn't even do a show because I was just, you know... It was like the second the Brown University case is over, everybody just goes back to watching the conspiracy theorists. And it's just been, this will be, there was 3 nights in a row of not reaching the goal, and then this will probably be another one. It's up to you guys. I mean, I'm not sure what else to say. I think I do a good job on these shows. I put together the facts. I don't let conspiracy theorists win the day. And, you know, this is a place where you can go where you can get reality, not fake bullshit. And if you don't feel like that's something to support, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? It's like you supporting the devil out there, the other people. It's ridiculous. Yeah, Candace Owens. I mean, what a joke, you know. And then now people that debunk Candace Owens do get. You know, it's just, man, I'm just like in a no man's land. It's 142 currently. They're probably getting close to the grub truck at this point. Yeah, people take my stuff. Yeah. But anyways, I need your guys' support tonight, so if you have the ability to, that would be fantastic. We're currently at about 50%. Not even that, really. I like the gifted memberships better because they, you know, people might stay around and we, you know, takes less pressure off in the future, but, you know, who knows, you know. Who knows? And looks like a guy coming home at about 1:44, and that's not the Uber driver there. Oh boy, what's going on tonight again, you guys? This is just unreal. It's the same thing I dread every day doing a show now. Just thinking, oh boy. Yeah, what's weird is I feel like I've been more depressed than I've ever felt in a long time lately. It's weird. I have no idea. $145.20. Yeah. Whoa! Hey, jeez, thanks, Lisa Belson. Now, what about the rest of you guys? You know? It'd be great to get the support going here. You know, we're still at, you know, like 70% now. But thank you. It was very kind. Be great if we had like about 50 really, you know, generous, kind people. Then we wouldn't struggle. But it's just really... All right, 146. And I think 10 minutes from now is when the rideshare comes in. Anyways, thanks so much, Lisa Belson. Very kind, very kind. But yeah, it's weird. I just feel some days where I'm just sitting around going, God, I don't know. I didn't used to feel that way, but that's how I've been feeling. Yeah, no problem, Jack. You shouldn't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Like, if anybody's out there and you can't afford it, don't feel bad. I'm just trying to, you know, get people who can afford to try to help my channel out. I don't have any other source here. YouTube, for some reason, on this currently is not. I'm not in the algorithm for any videos. When I do these live streams with the low number of people that watch, there's no ad revenue. Maybe $6 or something. And so really it comes down to when people that are watching the live stream, it sucks, you know. I mean, it just sucks. It's a shitty position to be in. I'm really just kind of want to be able to keep doing the stuff that we've been doing, you know. So I guess maybe that's pressure I put on myself, but it also allows me to keep the show going too, because if it just people quit doing it, we wouldn't be able to do the show. I'd have to find something else. And I think my channel is one of the few, if not, like literally one of the only true crime YouTube channels that you can rely on every single case to put together the factual information and come up with something that's likely, if not exactly, what happened. Okay? And we're sort of dinosaurs now. Yeah, that's good for you. Yeah, I just said that, Brandy. You sound like an idiot. I just told you the same thing. So we're going to have to get rid of you, Brandy. You're just one of the trolls that came in. I just explained that to you. Yeah, it just seems like that's just how I've been feeling lately. I don't know why. I think it's more, though, than... It just sort of feels like... you have to compromise your... what you believe in to make it on YouTube now, because they sell conspiracy theories and even videos that people make. You gotta have some sort of mystery edge, even if there isn't one. And then I don't like having to ask 1,700 times during a show, like try to get people going. I don't like doing that either. Like a couple of years ago, I never had to do that. We would just do shows and everything was great. And it's just been really, really, I've given money out to, like, to just not random people, but to freaks who needed some money during this holiday as well. It's not like we're just sitting here. I'm trying to keep things moving along. We've got another charity to fund for the scholarship for the students, etc. Anyways, I've already told you guys all this 100 times. It's just sort of like, hey, thanks so much, Marty's Bar and Grill. Thank you. No, they don't. They don't go away, though, Joe. That's the thing. They don't go away. See, I always hoped, when people say that, oh, those people, they don't, man. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people like watching that, and more people like watching it. It just keeps going. It's sad. I mean, that's the part that's just, like, how do you work on that? Anyways, we're at 1:50 and 56 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this channel, for 6 years, I try to get as much ad revenue as I can. I try to bring in as much super chats and everything. And at the end of the month, I donate thousands of dollars. We've given, if you just look at it, like 43 this year divided by 11, that's getting close to almost 4,000 a month. And I think that's cool, And I'd like to be able to keep doing that. I mean, if, the Brown University case, the channel was doing pretty good for 3 days. And then right after, boom, just 3 days in a row of not even reaching the goal. Isn't that shitty? Now everybody watches it. When I look, like in my stats, it'll say what channels do other people that watch your channel watch, and every channel that showed up was a conspiracy channel. It made me embarrassed, What do you mean? What's with it? You see it on there, right there, right? You see it, right? I can always turn it off. It just looks like that. This one at least lets you see where everything is. And right here, we're getting close to... This car here is the only one that eventually leaves that you can see on the surveillance. What's with that? Hey, thanks, Joe Byrne. Yeah, I know. I'll try to hang in there. I don't mean to, it's just sort of... you guys are about, you guys are the freaks. Sometimes they need people to talk to, I guess. Yeah, it's true. Like, whenever there's a case, my channel grows quickly during cases where there's surveillance footage, things are moving around, and I'm putting it together for people. And I'm telling you what the reality is and theorizing based on real facts. That's when my channel does well, and I get a lot of subs from it. But it's like as soon as those cases are over, though, and see, that's where the difference is. It's like my channel, if that case kept going on and on and on, would do way better. But the conspiracy people, they keep the case going by inventing stuff, so they keep riding the coattails of the case where I'm done now, you know? Yeah, I watch her to get the... I know. I mean, I'm giving Candace Owens a view because I think Candace Owens is a dangerous person. Okay? I think she is really, really dangerous for Jewish people and just other people. But lately she's been so, not just anti-Israel, but like, you know, straight up anti-Jewish. And now, where is the safe haven for Jewish people? You know, the Democrats have always hated Jewish people, even though Jewish people are Democrats, and they donate money to the Democrats for some unknown reason. Republicans have always been pro-Israel, Jewish people, etc. But now we've got Candace Owens, who's turned a large swath of people in the conservative movement against Jewish people. She's an absolute joke of a person. Hey, well, cool, Lisa. Thanks. I gotta watch it to see what she's saying. I'm not watching to learn something or get something from it. And I don't even like it, you know. Alright, this is right here. This is it. Alright. Let me just rewind it a little bit here. I'll turn off the overlay. So after, let's see, this is at the, well, we see it, 1:55:38. All right, so right here, look what time it is. It's 4 hours off. And there they go to the car. And then this one pulls out, and at 1:52, I think it was like 30 something, and it drives away right there. 1:52:41, it's gone. And then we go over to here to 1:55 right here. And this is 3 minutes later, it pulling onto King Road. Hey, thanks, Cheryl Bullock. And here it comes. And I think you can kind of make out the shape of it too. You know, it's hard because it's dark, but it looks the same. I mean, obviously it is the same car, but that's it right there. You know. Which one is that? I'll just play it from there. Yeah, I think every car that's there is the same. In the same spot later. See, this is not the ride share. Must be the Elantra going really fast. Gotta be. I bet you that's what they're saying. The other channels, they're saying that car looked like the Elantra. Yeah, I think we're at, we need, yeah, it's like 16 channel memberships or so for just to be able to donate the 5 that I give. Ah, here we come. All right, there it is. There is yeah, about 3 minutes and 20 seconds or so after leaving the grub truck. And then, yeah, this might be kind of interesting. Here, let's turn off the, well, we already have it off. Let me see what that car did in the windows. Let's just watch it over here. Did he, do you think he pulled all the way into the parking area? And look at that, and that came in again from, it was heading west on Taylor Avenue and then turned in. No, you could see because the lights hit the building over there. And obviously it wasn't on Volanta Drive. There's no way the car could have got over there. Alright, so it drove by. Now let's look at those windows in the background. Ah, that's interesting. You don't see them on any of them. Wait, right there. You see something right on that portion of the window. See that little reflection right there? It's weird. Didn't even see it turn or anything. But that's the reflection of the car. That little light right there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. See that double window that's bright by the there's a door in that 1119 King Road, the one in front of us. I guess let me just switch over to like that. Right here is what I'm talking about. That's a reflection from the rideshare vehicle. And I'll rewind it so you can see why I think that. See? Nothing there, right? And then the car is coming around the corner and it's affecting the light over there. And then somehow this angle is exactly perfect for going straight down Queen Road. And then there it is again, the light of the vehicle. But hey guys, if you're out there, if you could please help support the channel. We're still not even at the goal, if you can believe that. Yeah, and then this is it leaving. Yeah, it makes you think that it stayed out on the street over there. But it had to turn around somehow. I bet it's right in there. Whoa! What the heck, Tamsters? That was really nice. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I think in a minute here when this little reflection comes off. But hey, thanks so much there. Tamsters. It's moving right now. It's turning around right now. That little extra light that you saw there. And then here it comes. No, that's when it came in. Never mind. So it must have hit the... See right there how there's no light? And then now it's going to do that? So I think the car is just right over here. Let's see these lights here. Hold on. It gets dark, and then it drove by. Man, I gotta zoom in or something. Yeah, it's weird. Like the Elantra, you can see all kinds of different lights and things moving around on bushes, but probably just a different light structure on there. Well, thank you. That was amazing. Thank you. Is it playing? Yeah, here it comes. And then it's leaving. So it was only there for like a minute something. And then another car drove by. Yeah. So let's get the exact time it pulls in here. It is about 1:56 though. Right when it gets in front of the house, I would imagine. Yeah, we'll just say like 1:56:03. It's close. And then it leaves. Shoot. 1:56:03. Insert. There we go. And then it leaves at I don't think that's it. I mean, it could be. I don't think that's it, though. Let's just see. That was interesting. And now the blinker's on to turn over there. That would have been really quick to drop them off if that was it. Let me scrub through here. God, I guess that could have been. That's wild. So 56 and then it's already leaving right here. But look over here. This is what I thought was interesting. Right up there. See, that means the vehicle, it must have like turned up that road or something. Because now it's, I don't remember exactly how we figured this out, but remember that other footage of the Elantra driving around? I guess I have it right here, so why don't we take a look at one of those. This is 1:56:47. And then here's the Elantra coming in. Now let's look right up here. See, and then he's going up the hill, boom, and then there's light right there. See? He's already kind of... The driveway of 1122 King Road is almost... It's on the way up that hill. And then look up here. As it continues up, it actually makes it up into this window. And there's the Elantra driving back behind 500 Queen Road. And then those are the rear lights. And then it goes straight around the corner, and then it turns. You won't see these lights in a second. Boom, he just went around the corner. And the time matches up perfectly. So... I think the DoorDash, not the DoorDash, the rideshare must have pulled up a little bit after. I guess it's not really, important or anything. It's just trying to look at what it's doing. So there it is coming in. And then it's interesting because over here, look right there, you cannot see it. It's almost as if it stayed low or... it doesn't have lights on the back of the car or something, because you don't see them right there in that window. And then it's only when it's leaving, all of a sudden there's a light way up here. So did it turn off its lights and then turn around and then turn them back on? Because this reflection goes right up the street. Oh yeah, so right there it looked like it sort of turned a little bit. Let's go back. So that is the ride share, that reflection up there. Let me rewind it. Yeah, so if it's on the left there, that means it might be backing up maybe, and then pulling forward, and then boom, it's going to head straight down the road. Let's see. Yep, there it is. So it's like it pulled in and then backed out, and then we just couldn't see it in the same window reflection. Alright, anyways. Let's let it go back to, well, I tell you where are we at here? 235. Well, if we get another 10 channel memberships, I'll donate 5 myself. How's that sound? That'll be 15. That'll get us to like 62. That'd be pretty good. There, it's bigger. Well, that's my challenge. I'm just trying to get it to where we get to the... If you guys... Well, if you donate... Let's see. How about I'll do a 5 for 5. If you guys do 5 channel memberships, just one... 5 different individuals, then I'll do 5. Well, there's one. Hey, look at that. Lisa Belson. Come on, you guys. If you need 4 more, and then I'll donate 5. And there's Betsy Ross. All right. Yeah, so like all these cars, these cars are just other people that live there. Of course, we could probably come up with a crazy conspiracy theory, you know? Come up with a wild story. Make it seem a lot more nefarious. They didn't have audio on this one. Wow, thanks. I'm essential. Well, yes you are. Thank you. There we go. They're not showing up on the screen because I've got this Adobe NDI shot on the screen. But this is part of a case that we've been covering, and I still have, you guys, I still have the Floyd's Cannabis Shop, and apparently there's another video out there, another location, but I just don't know how it's related. And you know, that one cost 700 and something bucks, and I'm just trying to think, do I even give me a time frame? I don't even know what it is. They don't even know what the time is on it or anything. So we got that. I also have the DoorDash delivery stuff coming. You know, just various things. Welcome, J Key. All right, now we're at 2 o'clock. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. 2 o'clock. Oh, wait. I got to go back a little bit. So what time was when it left it precisely? Yeah, 1:57. Yeah, so the DoorDash was only there for a minute. I mean, not the DoorDash, the rideshare. It's only there for a minute. The private driver. Okay, got that. Then go right to 2 o'clock again, and then on here it is Bethany, Dylan, and Madison all meet up in. So doesn't that make sense, you guys? I mean, they get dropped off, and then Kaylee and Madison go up to Kaylee's room, and that's at 2 o'clock, and then they all go meet up in there. That's where Bethany and Dylan went up there. And then remember, both of them wanted to, they were probably like, God, that looks pretty good, your DoorDash. Maybe we should go there. So then I think Dylan Mortensen at 2:10, which is coming up here, sent a text to an Uber driver. And I guess it'll be coming up here in a minute. Hello, Espresso Eyes. Got a lot of crazy people following this case still. I mean, absolute nut jobs. I'll scrub it through here just in case. See if there's anything. Nothing. Alright, we're at 207.39. Hey, did you see how Gray, he scrubbed it forward? He didn't want people to see that the light went on in that upper window. Okay. Alright. Okay. Whew. Yikes. Yep, there's a car at 208. And then this car here is, it's the last car to leave where it sets the scene looks the same for 7 or 8 hours. And these are people that are at this house partying. I mean, shouldn't that have told the conspiracy nutters with the screaming and all that stuff and the yelling that these are just people at this house partying, because, and it all lines up absolutely perfectly. The timing. You know, these people got there at like 1:30, 2:30, they start yelling, oh, they're having fun, and then at 3:20 or so, they're out of there. That's 209. Okay, let's just look at, we'll just try to follow this whole thing up until the new time. I don't know it. I think this goes till like 2:30-ish. And there's a car leaving. Oh, look how slow. Oh my God. Oh, I got chills. Look how slow it's going. Oh, look at it. People going around about me and I go, what on some we did, also do, you might not know, maybe you have an person like it one time. Used to get angry and all up night, USA, what do I want to spell my name right? All never guilty as rocking a house, that's what the room was all about. If you have to then tell all your friends and you don't wait till you see me again, this way I can rip the horse's mouth right then and there, we straight it out. Thank you, I'm essential.
Thanks, Gray, for all your hard work you do on these streams. Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. You know, there's always this, you know, similar people that are always helping all the time. I really appreciate it. Keeps us going. I mean, you know, it's weird. You know, it's just certain cases my channel does really well for a while, and then it just sort of not. All right. So it's 210, 40. All right, right around, I think it was right then. Okay, let me back it up slightly. Hold on. Hey, thank you, Marty's Bar and Grill. Very cool, thank you. Okay, watch this. Right now, Dylan texted the Uber driver, she knew, to see if he was driving. Right at that moment. So that means, like, as we're watching this video right now, Dylan Mortensen is in that house, 1122 King Road, that you can't see in the video, it's off to the left. She just texted the Uber driver. And some of the stuff is real time that's in the documents. Some I'm estimating based on what we know is happening and different time frames. Now look at this little cat or something walking on the ground there. Yeah, there's different interviews of Kohberger's parents, but you have to get those from the FBI. There's almost no chance they're letting those, putting those out there. I have a feeling CBS News or somebody will get those. What do you think? Okay, we got another Uber driver sends a text message to Dylan Mortensen coming up here. So the Uber driver that she texted at 2:10:29, 2 minutes and 31 seconds later, the Uber driver responded, which is coming up here in 10 seconds. He responded confirming that he was driving right now. And then we don't know the exact time, but right around 2:18, I would guess, Kaylee's getting ready for bed. So let's see if there's anything else in between there. Here, we'll just go to right there. So right now, Kaylee's getting ready for bed, and then Maddie, Bethany, and Dylan go downstairs to take Murphy outside. And then I'm just going to guess at like 2:20. Let's see. Maybe I was supposed to remove that one. Hold on. Let me. I think it's 2:20. That's right. I have it doubled up on that one. Right. So I think it's at 2:20. So Kaylee's getting ready for bed, and at 2:20, Madison and Bethany take Murphy outside, and Dylan goes to bed. So let me move it to 2:20 right there. And then at 2:22, Bethany is cold. I'm just guessing it wasn't 2 seconds. She went out there for a minute or two. She's too cold, so she goes inside and puts something away in the kitchen, and then goes to, she puts something away and then gets a bag of chips. That's at 2:22. That's coming up here in a second. I'm just guessing at these times because there's other things that make it seem likely that something, like for example, at Kaylee begins calling her boyfriend at 2:26. So that means she's already in bed and everybody else is gone, right? No one knows besides my wife and I, but my wife's 6 pregnant. 6 what? Hey, cool. Congratulations. Why is everybody laughing, though? Was there a joke in there? 6 months pregnant? Or 6 weeks? What does the 6 stand for? Yeah, so they're outside, and then Bethany, right around this time, goes back inside because she's cold and puts something away and then gets a bag of chips. Nice. I don't know what the other people laughing at are, but congratulations. Alright, then at 2:26. Yeah, see, there's no cars driving around, no nothing. There's one right there at 2:25. Let's see what this one does. So right as this car is coming in, this is when Kaylee makes her first call to Jack. Right now. They're not related at all. She's just calling her boyfriend Jack at this point. Jack's comment? What do you mean? I don't see. He said congratulations. Oh, I hope my wife's not pregnant. I don't have a wife. Okay. All right. That makes sense. But you laughed at Joe's comment. There's even tagging. All right. So she begins calling Jack. And then I think, Bethany is in bed. She's watching Baby Daddy. And then I think around 2:34, Madison asks Bethany through the door if she's seen Murphy. And she hadn't. And then at 2:36, Madison goes to her room and she gets ready for bed. And then at 2:40, Madison, I'm just throwing it in there. Like, that's when she got in bed. And then at 2:42, that's when Koberger is just leaving his house. He hasn't even left his house at this point. His apartment. And then at 2:43, Kaylee goes to Madison's room because she was already in her own bed. That's why it looked slept in. And then goes to Madison's room and gets in her bed. And then they start calling Jack over and over again. And then this is just another random vehicle leaving at 2:30. I think this goes right into this. Okay, it's a little bit of an overlap. So 2:30:03. So we should be able to hear this one. I don't know why they didn't give us audio. See, right now, every car is exactly where it is later, except this one. I think that's right around like 3:20, right? Let's see. There it is. They get into the ghost car. I wish I actually got married earlier. I got married kind of late. We never got to have our own kids, but it's nice having the step kids that I call my kids. The ghost car. Backs up, leaves. So now this is it. Like, this is the exact look at the end, and then look at how crazy this is. Those people leave, and then Koberger comes in like 4 minutes later. Right there. So this is Koberger's car coming around the corner. Gray, we already established it's not his car. His didn't have fog lights, you bastard. Yeah, well, either does this one. Okay. And there we go, way up in that corner again, way up there. Oh, you can't. I keep moving around, but you can't see it. But in that upper left-hand corner, you can see the headlights hitting the top of the building as it goes around the corner. And then it sits back there for a minute. Look what time it is, 3:31:28, and it doesn't even pull out all the way over here until 3:33. So that means, and it's just this little tiny road back there. So that means it sat back there for like a minute 20. And there it is leaving. But anyways, I guess that was really kind of all I had for you guys tonight. I wanted to show you the new footage that we have, working in with the, you know, Corner Club and the drive back. We've been always wanting that back, you know, the ride back to the apartment. I wish I had the 10 o'clock from the night before. No, that's when he sat back there and he was looking into the windows of the residence for about a minute and a half. Oh, I get it. 3:33. She's a ridiculous person, but you notice how she gets thousands of people watching? That's what I'm saying. It's hard to compete. Every show, like she'll spend the whole time, that whole time this was playing, every car that came by, there's something that car might be related to the actual killing. You know what I mean? But when I'm watching, I know that those cars have nothing to do with it because we know the case, right? The white Elantra driving around, and Koberger has confessed while pleading guilty. So, anyways, thank you guys for you know, giving the support for tonight's show. We got to the goal, and we're able to donate the 5 memberships that I normally do, and then you guys are really kind. You know, Lisa Belson, Marty, we had I'm Essential, and then we also had multiple times. Hold on, it was yeah, Tamsters. Yeah, a few of you really went above and beyond, so I really appreciate it. Maybe we should do something, donate some money, maybe tomorrow or Christmas Eve, I guess. Does anybody, you guys are, I don't know if you even want to be on do a show. I used to do shows every single night, didn't matter. I mean, maybe I could still try to do it, but we could do something like that. Or maybe we can do one tomorrow. I don't know. What do you guys think? His son and his wife had been together since 8th grade. Yeah, but you know what? She's one of the channels that my viewers watch, Tamsters. That's how you know that. And I'm just looking at it, go, these are the most nutty, ridiculous, conspiracy theory, crazy people, and people just want to pretend that it's real and watch it. So, not sure if this was mentioned, but I thought Nick Reiner's eye reminded me of Kober's. I don't know. I'm sure it wasn't mentioned. I mean, what does it have to do with anything? Let's see. All right, well, I think that's going to do it. I should be getting some more stuff coming in pretty soon. Man, I'm so I've been so tired lately. It's weird. But anyways, thanks to this account, Jeanette King, and then Tamsters, gifted 5. Then we had Sandy Shirley, Cuddle, Monsters Mom, Michelle H, then Whiskey Boots, Kukulaka, Michelle H, Whiskey Boots, Tamsters, gifted 1, then Lisa Belson gifted 5, then Julie Martin, then Timothy Cecil gifted 1, then Cuddle Monsters Mom gifted 1, and then Jeffrey Sidal, then Shamo, then I'm Essential, then Lisa Belson gifted 5, then 10, very kind, and then Marty's Bar and Grill gifted 5, then Joel Burnt, Cheryl Bullock, Tamsters, Lisa Belson gifted 1 to try to help match my challenge. Then we had Betsy Ross, then I'm Essential gifted 5, then I gifted 5, then Jay Keys, new member, Sunshine Country Chicken, 13 months, thank you. Then I'm Essential did a cat eye, and then Marty's Bar and Grill gifted 5 at the end there. Yeah, well, now you have, and I'm sure you'll go check it out. See, that's why I don't like when people mention the names of YouTubers in my chat. You know? Because now you typed it in, everybody's typed it in, and now you're going to go watch, and it'll be, you know, it's just, it's frustrating. Turn it off and use normal signal. I truly believe 5G is draining our energy. Your phone will work just as fast without... Yeah. Alright. Well, anyways, thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it. Hope you found it, you know, at least mildly interesting. I think it's this overlay I've got. It's really a good one. It took a while to get the right mix. But anyways, thank you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow, alright? And who knows what the hell tomorrow will bring. Alright, but thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. And hope everybody has, some of you don't show back up here, hope you have a great Christmas and everything works out, and hopefully this next year is a better one. Okay. No, I'm just saying, when the name pops in there and then people start mentioning it, that's what they kind of count on. You know, absolutely horrendous stuff. You know, just a little gimmick or crazy gimmicky sort of, you know, it's just, I don't even know how to describe it, but. But anyways, thank you guys. Any last comments in here? You guys should put more comments in super chats. I'd like to go over the comments. That's right. Hey, thanks again, Lisa Belson. Very kind. You're awesome. Love all you guys. All right, really appreciate it. Thank you for making the night. I think it beat the other 3 that we just had. So that was good. All right, thanks everybody. See you later. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Grayl's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm gonna smack him with a lighter on his specter. With all respect, y'all, just remember I'm the type of fucking checker. I have no agenda, I'm a pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end all, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. Alright, everybody?
Alright. Good night, freaks. Thank you for watching Grant Hughes Investigates, where we use facts, reason, common sense, and logic to figure out what actually happens in true crime cases. Thank you for being here, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.
Bye.